a speedy win. Starry Legend won it well. He's down on the line by...
Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This is my preview for Caulfeild racing this weekend. A lot of good horses going around here, and I'm very keen on a couple of them. Let's get into the preview and let's find some winners. Race 1 at Caulfeild is a Superfocus 2-year-old handicap over the 1200 metres for the 2-year-olds. I'm with Liberty Steps here for the Hayes boys and Blake McDougall. 2 starts for a win and a third. That win coming last start over this distance and at this track. And there's 2 starts on good ground for a win and a third. So all racing on a good track. And I think that the form's already held up with the horse he beat last start in Jamara, winning at the Bull the first race of the second day. So I think that's already been, the form's already showed up, and I think Liberty Steps is a very good winning chance. The other horse I thought could win is Maximilius. Has only had 1 start, and that was at Flemington, and it was a very, very good run, and has trialled up really well, bolted it in his trial. Merchant Prince for third, ran in the Diamond and didn't get a lot of like an atmosphere. The value at $41, but I'm with Liberty Steps and Maximilius. Hopefully one of the two of them can win $20 on them both. Race 2 at Caulfeild is a fillies and mares benchmark 78 handicap over the 1600 metres, and I'm with Mimi's Award here. I tipped her last start, but I'm tipping her again because I think going up to the 1600 metres where she resumed at 1400 metres, she just got run off her legs and really wasn't a winning chance. Draws better in gate 9, gets weighed off with Laura Lafferty's claim, and is very good at the 1600 metres, having 2 starts for a win and a second. Query might be the good ground, but she has performed well on it before, and I think she'll be winning. Prince Rhaenys for second, started in a Group 1 in her last preparation, which was good. Maid of Iron for third is a good chance, and Swindon last, the value at $21. But I'm very keen at Mimi's Award, winning the second at Caulfeild, $25 the win. Race 3 is another fillies and mares benchmark 78 handicap, but this is over the 1100 metres. And I'm with Embeller here for Blake McDougall and John Thompson. He's bringing the horse south, and when they do that, the Randwick trainers, you generally pay attention. Blake McDougall sticks with this horse after riding it last start and winning on it. Drawn wider, which I do actually like for the horse. 1 start at the track, obviously coming for a win, coming last start. The distance is no trouble, and on good ground is a very elite horse, and I think just wins for mine. Sugartown for second, was scratched from Warrnambool to be saved for this, but is only first up. Reite and Blitz and the Stylist, the value, particularly the Stylist, ran a slashing race first up down the straight on Anzac Day, and at 41 definitely is overs. But I'm with Embeller in the third at Caulfeild, $20 the win. Race 4 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 78 handicap over the 1200 metres. I'm with Galenus here for Scott Brunton and Laura Lafferty, who is taking weight off this horse, and I'm very, very keen on it. 7 from 13 overall with the 2 seconds and a third. 8 from 5 at the distance. 5 from 8 at the distance with 2 placings, and 4 from 6 on good ground. Very keen on this horse to be winning here. Sig Positano is ever so consistent, but I think is slightly under the odds. Blazer Trail for third. Giant McNeil, the king of Caulfeild, is on, but this horse is only first up, though does have a good first up record and will handle the track and the conditions. And Turbeau, the value at $23, but I'm with Galenus in the fourth, $45 the win. Race 5 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 100 handicap over the 1,100 metres, and I'm with 2 horses here, and It's Our Time and Zorro's Dream. It's Our Time is a very, very good sprinter, running second on resumption to Extreme Warrior, who is a very good horse and looks destined for a Group 1. And at Caulfeild, he's never won at Caulfeild, but he's had 2 seconds and 2/3 from 4 starts, and he's 2 from 4 at the distance with filling second and third his two other starts, and he's very good on good ground. Freddie Kersey gets along with this horse very well, and I can see why he's the favourite and probably does win. But at the odds, Zorro's Dream, I could not have money on him at those odds, and at the weight he's carrying, only carrying 51 kilos, loves the distance, loves good ground, and has performed well at Caulfeild, though only having 3 starts for 1 second, but I still think there's a chance with that weight. Sound Machine for third. Giant McNeil on is a USA import for Anthony and Sam Freedman. So interested to see how he goes. And Sort of Mercy, my fourth selection for Matty Cartwright and Matthew Ellerton at $10. But I'm with It's Our Time and Zorro's Dream. $30 on them both. Hopefully one of them can be crossing the line first. Race 6 at Caulfeild. It's a Supervovers 3-year-old handicap over 1,200 metres. It's a one-horse race, as I think you'll all identify, and it's Clemenceau. He will just bolt in here. 5 starts for 4 wins and a third, only tasting defeat on debut, and he's a very, very smart horse. Giant McNeil back in the saddle. Michael Wayne and John Hawkes trained. He's got a lot to like about him, and his last start at Caulfeild was ultra impressive. Probably didn't handle the turn that well, but once he lengthened in the straight, bolted home, and that was over 1,100 metres. Gets out to 1,200 metres, and I think he's just simply going to win. And he's 4 from 4 on good ground. He'll be winning. Squid Game for second. Didn't get a lot of luck down the straight on Anzac Day, but he hasn't proved himself away from Flemington, so at $7, he's his right price. Scissor Step for third. Ran a really, really good race last start behind Midwest, but just couldn't catch that horse. And Luna Cat for fourth at $12. But I'm very keen on Clemenceau in the sixth. $75 the win. Race 7 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 100 handicap over the 1,600 metres, and I'm with Uncle Bryn here. It's very hard to get away from him. $1.85 might be a tad too short, but I think it's just gonna be winning. I tried to get the horse beat, but I couldn't. Not after his last start effort. He's a very promising horse, and look, he could bolt in here, and probably will bolt in. Mankind for second is the value in the race, as well as Imperial Lad and Maran Par. Mankind resumes after running really well, consistently last preparation. They tried to get him into a Melbourne Cup consistently, but he just couldn't get there. But he's back now, and I think he's going to run really well. Imperial Lad, first run at the 1,600 metres last start, won, and at $10, could win at the same price again. And Maran Park, Chris Waller coming down from Sydney, trying to find a good track, and has found that here, and at $34 is over the odds. But I'm with Uncle Bryn in race 7 to be winning. Race 8 at Caulfeild is a Supervovers 3-year-old handicap over the 2,000 metres, and I'm with the Chris Waller runner here. And that's pretty amazing. 5 starts for 3 wins. Been ultra impressive. Last start was a forgive run. And with Craig Newitt on, I don't think I've ever seen Craig Newitt ride for Chris Waller. So I'm very excited to see how this horse goes coming down to Melbourne. Elzamee for second. Giant McNeil on has had a few disappointing runs, but I think he can bounce back here. It was a complete forgive last start at an unsuitable distance and on unsuitable ground, being a heavy track. Comes back to Melbourne, comes back to a good track. I'm expecting an improved performance. The Amazonian for third is over the odds at $19 because she consistently runs well, and the Claimant, happy to take it on at $4.60. I do think it's too short, but I'm with pretty amazing. $10 each way in the 8th. Come on, Craig Newitt. Race 9 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 100 handicap over the 2,000 metres, and I'm with Milford and Defibrillate here. I honestly found it hard to split them both. Now, I know I said last start that it was Defibrillate's last chance, but I'll get to him in a minute. But Milford beat Defibrillate last start, square, and was actually scratched from the Winnable Cup on Thursday to be saved for this, and I think it's a very good chance for Paddy Maloney and Mike Maroney. Now on to Defibrillate. He comes back from Group 3 level from racing in the Easter Cup. He gets Jamie Mott on, who is an aggressive rider. And I've always said that this horse needs an aggressive rider, and he gets that here. Billy Egan is a very good rider, but I'm just want to see how he goes with Jamie Mott. And a bar Milford and probably no effort, there is no speed in this race whatsoever. So he could, if he's close enough rounding the turn, win, and that's what I'm hoping. Flash off a third and WT the value at the $41 quote. And Paddy Payne has 3 runners in the race, and I've got 2 of them in my number, so I'm hoping that Defibrillate can win. And if it's not Defibrillate, it can be Milford. Though I'm very keen on either one of the 2 winning, and I'll be happy if either one of the 2 does. But $10 the win on Milford and 20 each way on Defibrillate. We should be getting a collected on the last at Caulfeild. Thank you for watching my preview for Caulfeild Racing this weekend. I hope you've enjoyed the preview. Hope I found a winner. Hope you back a winner. And I'll see you next week for Flemington.